Hey, Nachos, you ready for a real scary haunted amusement park?
Oh, dude, yeah, you're talking like the darkness?
Yeah, but like kind of crappier.
Oh, what, like Fright Fest?
No, way crappier.
Oh, no, not really.
Too bad, because we're going to Scream Park.
What's that?
About an hour and 20 minutes of your life you can't get back.
Yay.
Shut up. Now get in the trunk, because you know what time it is. What's up, Moongoons? Happy October! It is finally here. Halloween season is here. Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Fuck Christmas. Nothing beats this time of the month. So thrilled to finally get back to October. So that means, once again, we have our Halloween-themed, haunted house-themed movies. Oh, I'm excited about this. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going on because I completely forgot the intro. So welcome to the Horrible Horror Podcast, the podcast where we watch the worst of the worst in horror movies. Movies so bad they're scary. I'm your host, Lord Marshall Hampton. With me today, once again, is our buddy from Here Comes the Spooky. It is Nachos McWerewolf. Yeah!
There's a place where you can feed your face with the greatest flavor in the galaxy.
It's my dad. Or nachos.
Cheddar cheese with all the crunchy corn chips you can eat.
You know what the funny thing is? We actually had nachos for dinner tonight, too. Just coincidentally.
My people?
Yep, we ate your people.
That's all right. We're a tasty dish.
Anyway, welcome back again. Thank you so much for continuing to fill in.
No problem, bud.
But yeah, how you feeling, man? It's October.
Dude.
Fucking October's here.
I didn't know it was the 3rd already. I'm always preemptive because the spooky, or as I like to call it, the harvest is upon us. You want to get some uppity fuckers a little cringed out? Refer to Halloween as the harvest. I'd be like, what? And just say, don't worry about it. But no, dude, the leaves are changing. People are putting up the decorations, and I'm fucking. The world is finally where I'm at year round.
Yes. I kind of like that, like the harvest. Don't worry about it. You're safe this year.
Yes.
Don't worry about it this year. You're good.
Your sacrifice of fun-sized Twix has saved you this autismal season.
Yeah. I'm just, I don't know, I've said it already, but I'm pumped. So anyway, this week's movie, before you get into that, first things first, I want to get the house clean done first, so that's okay. We always got to be better about promoting the hotline. I'm trying to be better about the hotline.
Well, Marshall, what's a hotline?
Well, a hotline is this thing, phone number you call that will take you directly to the Horrible Horror answering service where you can leave any kind of message you would like about the show or about us or about your personal life, or if you just want to vent and bitch and do whatever you want, you can call that number and leave us a wonderful message. And the number would be 740-4-SUCK-IT.
What's that number? One
That'd be
more time.
740-4-SUCK-IT.
Suck it.
And yeah, you can do that and leave us any movie suggestions you like, or complaints, or like I said, if you just want to bitch about your ex-girlfriend or your current girlfriend or your husband or your lover, I don't care. If you want, or you want to give us, tell us about what cute little thing your stupid cat did. I'm sure we can do that too. Whatever you want, it's all there.
My cat did the funniest thing the other week. She choked to death.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, can't talk about dead dogs on this podcast, but if it's about dead cats, I got you.
Also, you can check out, if you want to help support the show, you can check out our Horrible Horror merchandise store on horriblehorrorpodcast.com on the merch page. You get all sorts of t-shirts and beer glasses and stickers and pins and hoodies and all sorts of fun stuff to help support the show. Speaking of supporting the show, you can also join up for our Patreon page. That's also another way to really help support us. We appreciate anything you guys can do. So with that, let's move on to this week's movie. Nachos, you're raising your hand.
Not so fast. So you're telling me if I go to the horriblehorror.com,
horriblehorrorpodcast.com.
Oh, podcast.com. See, it was for all the listeners out there. That was a test. You're telling me I can get a normal head t-shirt?
Well, you could. Yeah, you could get one there.
That's right.
Or, your Horrible Horror OG shirt, or a Washi Talk shirt, or your very own No-Yo Department of Fish and Wildlife.
That shit is so good. Next payday, I got to get a Washi Talk.
Washi Talk. You can also get a very custom, not customized, but it's a very special. You can get the very, we'll say limited. The special edition beer, 16-ounce beer glass of the one and only Nachos McWerewolf Horrible Horror Podcast logo design.
Who did that?
I just was saying, Mr. Nachos McWerewolf.
Why he logo? That is not a shirt.
It's not. But yeah, so check all that out. Help support the show any way you can. We appreciate it. Let's move on to the movie. This week's movie is called Scream Park. This movie has been on my radar for years. I saw it years ago, but wanted to do it for a while. Back when I could only find it on Amazon, but for some reason, I actually think I bought it really cheap. But every time I'd watch it, it would get to a certain point in the movie and just freeze. And Amazon would just freeze, so I could never finish. It's like, fuck. But now, it's available on Tubi. So yay, watch it there. You can also find it on Plex, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon Prime, Vudu, and Apple TV. This movie was released originally in a film fest theaters for a film fest on October 31st, 2012, and then got its full release on January 6th of 2013. It's written and directed by
and not January 6th of 2022.
No. What do you do?
I don't know.
Written by Carrie Hill. That's a C-A-R-Y. That's a Carrie.
So what's the name of this company that does this movie? It's Uncorked or Wild Eye?
This is Wild Eye.
Wild Eye.
Funny because I just watched an Uncorked movie earlier today.
Why do you do this to yourself?
But Wild Eye, ironically enough, is they're in our Horrible Horror Hall of Fame.
I'm sure they are, buddy.
For their releases. The cast. Let's talk about a few people. First, our lead girl is Jennifer, played by Wendy Wygant. She's only got 10 credits to her name. She's also in an indie horror movie called Everyone Must Die and Cryptids. Those are some other movies she's been in. And then we have Marty, played by Mr. Steve Rosinski. He's got 21 credits, including Kara's Hell, Amity Christmas Vacation.
Wow. What is that?
And yeah, he's also got 19 credits as a director, including Kara's Hell. That's a play on Carousel, but Kara's Hell and Kara's Hell 2. And if you look at his IMDb page, one of his IMDb pictures is him in a Spider-Man costume, which made me laugh at Chuck. I'm like, all right, Marty, you're cool in my book, I guess. But all right.
Like,
and you know what? He kind of pulls it off. He kind of looks like a Peter Parker.
1960s dorky-ass Peter Parker, yeah.
Then we have Iggy, played by Nivik Ogre, a.k.a. Kevin Ogilvy. He's got 13 credits, including The Doom Generation, where he's an uncredited goon. Repo, The Genetic Opera, 2001 Maniacs, Field of Screams, Alleluia, The Devil's Carnival, and he was on 4 episodes of MTV's Teen Wolf show. Nivik, his name, he goes by, is actually just his original name, Kevin, spelled backwards.
Ooh, like Alcard.
Yeah. And he's the lead singer of a rock band named Skinny Puppy, who toured with Ministry at one point.
Fuck yes!
And was featured in the soundtrack for the 80s movie Free Jack, for you guys 80 movies lovers. It had Emilio Estevez as like a race car driver who crashes, but right before he dies, gets sucked into the future with Mick Jagger or something like that. And he goes back in time right before he crashes again.
That sounds like a prequel or a sequel to The Wraith, starring fucking Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
You know what? The Wrath is actually what happened to Charlie Sheen. He got in that car crash and then he got infused with tiger blood. That's why he is the Sheen we know today. That's why he has that sheen in his hair.
Ooh. Lastly, there's a surprise person in this movie. There is a horror icon in this movie, but I'm going to keep that under wraps until we get to that part in the movie. And then I will reveal the surprise character or surprise horror icon that they got to appear in this.
How'd they get Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, Jamie Lee, I don't know. Fucking Nacho spoiling shit.
Dude, for real, if you go on the IMDb, you click every third button and old boy's name is... Anyway.
Yeah. So, let's start with this movie. We open right away with the credits on a black screen. So, real basic opening, no cold open or anything like that, just straight away. And then we cut to some like POV shots on a roller coaster at the Frightland theme park, along with other various shots of park rides and food stands and people going around. Very basic stuff.
Big, for real, a lot of this reminded me of the Belleville Skyview Drive-In.
Why would it remind you of the drive-in?
Not the amusement park stuff, but like the concession stand.
Okay, this concession stand. Yeah, I was like, there's no amusement park at the drive-in.
Yo, that jungle gym's pretty dope, though.
Yes. Yes, it is. So we're taken out to the park's haunted house where we meet the first two of our main group, big-tittied Carly and her boyfriend, whose name I believe is Tony.
Pony.
The two of them that are working in the haunted house, they do their shift. Next, we meet Marty, the park manager, I suppose, or shift manager or something.
Yeah.
Who is giving Missy, the redheaded kind of goth girl.
Oh, she's goth. She's goth as fuck.
The business for smoking while she's working a ride in front of the kids, but she's like, "Fuck it, I don't care. This is the last night or something like that. I don't care."
Yeah, for real. Lighten up.
Yeah.
Marty.
From there, we go to Allison, the short blonde girl working the milk bottle game, as well as a security guard in the security office watching his monitors. And besides the monitors, he's also watching Night of the Living Dead. My God. My God.
Never seen that in a horror movie.
How many times? How many times are we going to see some Night of the Living Dead on a TV in a background of a horror movie? Jesus,
I can explain that for you if you want.
I mean, I know it's public domain now, so everybody uses, but Jesus. Sorry, go on now. You're going to say...
No, the same shit you were. Because it's not remind you of Halloween 2? Mr. Garrett! What's that motherfucker watching?
Yeah. I swear, I think Night of the Living Dead we need to put that in our Hall of Fame just in its own category because it's been, I think, in more movies than anything else any people have been in that we put in the Hall of Fame.
I think that's... Night of the Living Dead's been in more movies than fucking Danny Trejo.
Or Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
He's in everything.
Or Samuel L. Trejo.
Samuel L. Trejo.
No, my therapist told me he isn't real. We can't talk about him.
L spelled E-L. Samuel L. Trejo.
L. Ray.
So finally we meet our main girl, Jennifer, who's working like a ring toss game. And it's pretty much just giving away prizes because the park is closing down soon. Marty comes up to her, tells her about a staff meeting at the end of the shift. The park closes for the night. We see the guests leave at the security guard locking the gates. And I love the gates. This is a theme park, kind of like not quite like a Six Flags. It's a much smaller theme park, but still, they don't have like a proper like front gate. They're letting out their guests like a side chain link fence gate that like maintenance men would use. Like here you go. This is the way in and out.
Shit.
Yeah, very hoppable fence. Where were they? Outside one of the gates, though, we see a suspicious van parked nearby that they focus on for a moment. Next, we get another montage of the empty park and like powered down rides and just, show. It's just a little montage here, shit. As Jennifer is closing down her game stall, Carly and Tony come up asking if she's going to go to the meeting and if she's seen Blake, who's like her not boyfriend but boyfriend. Like it's this
boo thing.
It's our boo thing.
Labels disable, Marshall. Wait, you're not going to talk about his awesome stump?
Oh, the stump. Go ahead. I was going to skip over it, but go ahead.
All right.
You really want to?
No, fuck it out. Okay, all right. So yeah, they're working in the haunted house, scaring people and shit. And this, whatever his name, he looks like
Tony.
Tony. He's just spraying fucking goos all over people with his stump, and then they're trying to pan it off like. Oh, is that the sauce you need to get through this movie?
Yeah. This is my I guess liquid energy that Nachos brought me today because he's a good man.
Ask me about my
what's that you drinking?
It's called Strange Stout. It's an imperial oatmeal stout with vanilla,
oatmeal stout,
cocoa, which I've never seen spelled that way, and rainbow pony dons.
That explains because I was wondering why it looks like some Homer Simpson drink because there's like a sprinkled donut on the cover or on the can or something like that.
Marshall, in your entire existence, have you heard the word rainbow pony dons?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Now I was thinking rainbow sprinkles,
mm-hmm.
or dare I say jimmies.
Mm-hmm.
but never a pony don.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
If any of the listeners out there know what a pony don or pony dones is, enlighten us.
And is it unless it's made of like liquefied rainbow pony mobsters, like Dons? You know, like they've been made.
Oh my God, they're centaurs. They're like half My Little Ponies,
half Jersey mafia people.
So that's like the scene in The Godfather as he cuts off
The upper half of the centaur is wearing wearing a fucking like velour tracksuit with like gold chains and a fedora.
Oh, and he has like a fucking $sign tattooed on his ass.
Yep.
We're onto something. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what it tastes like because it's 9.5. So
Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
Yeah.
By the end of the episode, I'll be able to tell you what a pony dones or dons
Pony
is.
Don. So Tony's the whole first part of this movie. Every time we see him, he's so proud of this stupid like severed hand gag thing he has from the hard knocks that spurts blood out. It's
Dude, this tastes like a donut. You want to rip?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
You
can really taste the pony dones.
Very taste the pony don. So Jennifer heads to the office employee lounge for the meeting, and she's about to enter when she sees a dark, shadowy figure disappear behind a tree. She walks over to check it out, thinking it might be Blake, and out leaps a guy wearing a werewolf mask. Jennifer, not routed at all by this, says, "Nice try, Rhodey." Rhodey takes off the mask. They talk, although hearing and understanding Rhodey is nearly impossible. Because he fucking mumbles like half of his lines.
Oh, it's just a little dorky dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He mumbles half his lines. The other half, he has no fluctuation in tone or emotions. And it's even more stark and obvious when he's talking to Jennifer, who is very clearly audible. It's funny, like, I had subtitles on. I'm watching this, and half of his lines, I'm watching, and he'll start saying something, and then it just says mumbles. Like, even the subtitles can't pick up what the fuck he's saying because he's mumbling so much.
Mine did a lot of word fusion, so it was like, they too. It's just like, and all that shit. I heard a humming. How's your thing?
I heard a humming, too. My thing is pretty good. I got a raspberry blueberry Spike Seagram's thingy-majig here.
Yeah, I tried to get you the fucking blood orange thing, but I couldn't find it.
That's all right. I appreciate what you've done.
Oh, come on, baby. You know I'm looking out for you.
Yeah.
I got to get you all liquored up before I put my pony dons in. Fucking. This dude talks like my brother. Speaking of my brother, on the way here today, I saw this cop car drive by, and I see this very sketchy-looking person. So I pull out my phone. And I say, call Brother Rob. And I said, go to Spirit's Halloween. And he goes, dude, I'm already going there. So I just met up with him there. That was funny. And he's like, help me pick out a costume, a slutty costume for my girlfriend. I was like, okay, well, you mean your wife? Because you're common law married. Anyway, so I was like, let's go off the cuff here, man. Why did we want slutty nurse, slutty vampire? Let's go slutty clawfoot bathtub, slutty toaster. You know, let's think out slutty beekeeper.
There you go.
Let's think outside the box.
There you go.
And start thinking about this movie. Oh.
Yeah. So I swear, at one point, I got to the point where with Rhodey, and you see with Rhodey and Jennifer particularly, but it's like, it almost sounds like they put like a microphone, like a lapel mic on Jennifer, but like no mic on him, because you can hear her perfectly audibly. She's clear,
pitch,
perfect. She's great. She's fine. But then Rhodey's like, I guess I'm sorry, I scared you. Okay, I guess I'll go now.
You know what would have been cooler if it was actually Rodan, the kaiju. So every time it's like, Rodan, you scare me, and Rodan's like,
is he like the half turtle thing with like the?
That's Gamera.
No.
Rodan's the pterodactyl, that like the fire pterodactyl.
He's got like long talon, like just he doesn't have really arms. He's got like a long like hook hands, right? Kind of.
No, that's Gigan or Gigan, your preference.
Okay. And I'm not thinking. All right.
Yeah, I'll pull him up.
All right, you pull him up. I'll move on for a sec. So anyway, so we cut to the girls' bathroom where Allison and Carly talk about having a party after the meeting.
Is this what we call parties?
Yeah, this is what we call party. Jennifer enters. They talk about how far her and Blake's sex life or lack thereof has gotten, and tell her to bring him to the party to have some drinks and at least let him get to second base. Poor guy. Let him get to second base. Come on, it's just sex. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, fuck.
It's a great message.
Well, it was a different time.
It was a different time back in 2012.
It was a simpler time.
We cut to the staff meeting. Marty talks to them about their W-2 forms and tax forms and some other details about the park closing down.
That is how you start a fucking party.
Yeah, this is how potential screenwriters and horror movie writers take notes. This is how you really get a riveting opening to your movie. Talk about tax forms and W-2s.
That one's wrote in.
That is not who I'm thinking of then. Okay.
No, you're thinking Geigen.
Yeah, I know.
He's got the giant, like, T-1000 hook hands and Cyclops visor, the beak, and he has that saw blade in his chest.
Yeah, I just remember the hook hands, big hook hand things. Yeah.
Dude, he's like my second favorite kaiju next to King Ghidorah.
Okay. Where were we?
Talking about
kaijus. We're talking about tax forms because that's more exciting than kaijus and Godzillas and stuff. Tax forms.
Now, if you get Godzilla breaking down like a I Roth or whatever,
yeah.
Obviously, I'm such a
Roth IRA.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yes, I'm well advanced in adulting.
Yeah.
Back to these pony dons.
Henry, the security guard, comes in, wanting him to hurry up and leave. He leaves to go do his nightly rounds, not before telling him that he wants them all out in 20 minutes so he can get on and close this place up.
Yo, what a fuddy-duddy.
Cut to Rhodey entering. Henry kind of reminds me of a poor man's Ken Foree, like from the Rob Zombie movies.
I can see that.
Like a poor man's version of it.
He's like Ren Foree. No, Ren Poree. There
Ren
you go.
Poree.
Ren Poree.
We cut to Rhodey wandering around looking for Blake. As he wanders around the park, he hears some metal clanking in the distance. So Rhodey enters a maintenance shop, but he gets startled by Henry, who comes up behind him, rips off the werewolf mask. Henry gives him the business for being an idiot, and he leaves. So nothing happens.
Henry must really like his job.
I guess so, man. He takes it really seriously. I mean, I guess good for him, I suppose.
What's her fuck in Urban Legends?
Oh, the black chick in that. God, what was
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
Not Jackie Brown. Wacky Clown.
God, what's that girl's name? I wish I could remember her name. She's been in a lot of
Reese.
stuff.
It's Reese.
Okay. Back at the meeting, Carly and Allison talk about having Allison's boyfriend Roy use his fake ID to get beer, and that they should just have the party at the park and drink after the meeting. So on that cue, we cut to death metalhead punk Roy.
This is like if 2002 Goth Topic had come to life as a person. Have you ever seen the British sitcom called The Young Ones?
No.
Because this dude is Great Value Vivian.
Okay, I have no idea who that is, but all right.
I'll bring up a visual.
Somebody will probably know that out there.
One person is like, oh my
God.
God.
One person gets that one. So Roy's at the convenience store buying beer. The chick at the cashier asks to see his ID, which I think is fun because the dude is clearly closer to his 30s than his 20s.
Right.
And has no need for a fake ID. But Roy gets the booze, drives off. That's the scene.
He's such a fucking wankster.
Yeah, he really is.
He's a slum American. I care not for him.
Back at the park, Carly and Allison are flirting with and honey-dicking Marty into letting them have the party at the park. And god damn, hello nurse, does Carly look fucking sexy. She's like walking sex in this scene.
Is she doing the Britney Spears thing?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure what the Britney Spears thing is you're referring to.
Oh, wait. Which one are we talking about?
Carly. Big tit Carly.
My God.
I love this girl.
Front and center.
Yeah.
Because she knows what she's doing with those things.
She's wearing this, like, fucking... It's definitely one of the... part of the, you know, the trend at the time. But
can we bring that back?
The shirt she's wearing is like, it's all cut up, like the sleeves are cut, there's slices down it, and like her cleavage, like where the shirt cover is all sliced up and cut, so her tits are practically hanging out, and she's leaning over and like, damn, goddamn, I was like, yeah, that got my blood flowing. I won't lie, man. I was like, I'm all about Carly in this movie.
Same. It's like if Freddy Krueger fucking worked at Amazon and wrapped your shirt. It's like, oh, shit, bitch, I fucked it up again.
Like, no, you really didn't. Like, yeah, this is, yeah. So, anyway, Marty gives in to the girls and lets them have the party here, but he insists on taking all their keys and that they have to stay inside the park.
I get it. It's a horror movie. You have to, like, move the plot along, but... Nerdlinger, if you touch my keys, I'm going to be starting your temple with my fucking bottle cap opener. I'm a real toughie. Yeah,
Carly and Tony leave to go get or do something. I don't know, but they leave the office. Rhodey comes back. Jennifer asks him if he found Blake. He says no, or I should say, he says no. They make some small talk about the park closing and how that may be a good thing since the rides are all breaking down anyway. Which they say might be why we can't find Blake because he's off fixing some ride somewhere. I guess he works as a mechanic or a ride fixer upper for the park.
Yeah, that's on my resume job.
Ride fixer upper.
See.
Holy shit, that is him.
Yeah, but
without like the stupid faux hawk, but I mean the red hair. That's him. Holy fuck.
Vivian Bastard is 1,000 times cooler than this guy.
Good call on that, man. Very good call. Jesus.
Can't tell you the last four of my social security number, but if it's some esoteric British sitcom from the fucking mid '80s, I got you, buddy.
Roy arrives at the park and he heads to one of the fences where Allison, Jennifer, and Rhodey show up. Roy passes the booze through the gate and then has to climb over the fence to get in.
Oh, this water bottle of vodka.
Yeah, the water bottle of vodka. Jennifer, and then like the tea bottle of bourbon whiskey.
Oh, yeah. And a 6-pack.
Yeah, 1 6-pack.
God damn, it's like how hard they partied in fucking Mrs. Claus. Like, here's our sixer. Let's try not to get too lit, guys.
I thought the same thing.
Did you, can we talk about that?
What, Mrs. Claus real quick? You want to talk about Mrs. Claus again?
Yeah, didn't somebody get a hold of you or something?
Oh, yeah, well, okay, so we might be putting something in the works, but I'm not going to finalize anything because every time I do, shit always hits the fan, never works. But I think it was a cinematographer or producer, one of the guys who worked on Mrs. Claus, I guess, found our show, listened to our episode, and thought we did we made him laugh. He's like, "Yep, that was the movie."
He's laughing as he's sharpening his knife with his like in between his teeth.
He's doing like the Steve Buscemi, Billy Madison thing with the lipstick, and like he's got the list.
What the fuck did I say? I said Karen Black looks like Steve Buscemi eyes with fucking Gary Busey teeth. And
so he's like, "Yeah." No. So we have a conversation going with him on our Instagram and our Facebook, and so I think we're gonna try to get him on the show to talk about, because it wasn't just Mrs. Claus's part. He also worked on Mrs. Claus. I think he worked on teacher shortage, and I think Party Night as well.
I didn't see Party Night. I didn't see that.
So yeah, he's been involved in all those. So and it turns out he's kind of local. Like he lives in Peoria, or is from Peoria, Illinois.
So straight up, that reference, so the boys from Peoria get it. He's our boy.
Yeah. So hopefully we can have him on and talk about his experiences with working on these movies.
Let's not do it in person.
No, we won't do it in person.
Hire some body doubles.
Yeah. So we where were we? As Roy's hopping over the fence, and Jennifer notices that Blake's car is still in the parking lot, along with that, and then she also notices that mystery van. So the group heads back, and they bust out the booze. They start taking some swigs as they're walking back. Jennifer takes a big old swig from the bottle.
She's trying to stay hydrated.
Yes. Allison asks her if she feels better, and before she can answer, we cut to Carly yelling out, "Yes!" as she's getting plowed naked in a bathroom stall by Tony. They finish and praise mighty Thor above. We get to see Carly's ample and beautiful, magnificent mammoth mammaries. And I was very, very happy with this.
I was kind of shocked because usually these lower budget, flicks don't deliver on the tits. And
I was shocked too.
She had capital knockers.
They are
gold star.
5 stars, man. Yeah.
5-star Yelp review,
or
Amazon review. This movie sucked butthole, but goddamn them titties.
5 stars.
I will be surprised if that is not in the fucking. We'll see. So that Seeker's is treating you good because it looked like a goblin just pissed in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like you got squirted in the face by cat piss squirt gun.
Yeah, man, tits are love them. So good in this.
What a good sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not a great, it's not a long scene, so you don't. But it's longer than I thought they'd be. Given the fact that I didn't think we'd get any tits in this movie.
Real talk, I think in between the horror movie celebrity we will not mention right now, and that's probably where the budgie went.
Probably is where the budgie went, and to pay this girl to show her tits, and then our mystery guest later, or the mystery star.
It's probably like I get a bonus for each boob.
Yeah,
and my face is in the shot too.
So we cut to Henry. He's still doing his rounds, and he gets to one of the coaster rides where he thinks he hears someone. He looks around the ride. He makes his way to the base of the ride. So he starts at the top, And he ends up down on like the ground level where all the support beams are. So he's now like somehow gotten down.
So you're trying to start. He's starting from the tip and going to the base.
Yep.
Whoa. That's where my blood was going.
Yeah. As he's walking around, a noose just perfectly drops from above, right around his neck.
I mean,
just like, come on, like really.
Out of every character you're gonna have in this movie, you're gonna put the noose around the black guy.
Yeah, it looked like black guy gets hung. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting decision on that one.
Wait, is it hanged or hung?
He hung.
You hang yourself.
You hang
and
yourself.
Then if somebody else does it, then you're hung.
Yeah, they hung. They hung the black man. He hanged.
Okay.
He got hung. He hanged. It depends on how you
if we
see it.
have any English teachers
Well,
out
I'm
there
telling you
listening.
right now.
All
That's
right.
probably what it is.
Oh, as you put your arm on English 101 fucking text
Let me pull out
manual.
my tweed elbow patch jacket with my professor blazer here.
Oh,
With
your
my,
pipe's still in
my
it.
pipe. My pipe.
I always love that idea of when the professor buffs out like a bubble pipe. That's just funny to me, man.
Oh, you're such a child.
Yes, this is true. It's part of my childlike nature.
It is. It's your
And my pony dones.
your pony dogs. So yeah, it's like it's just perfect. I kind of hate this, not because of the racist undertones on this, but it's like, which I honestly didn't even think about at the time, but just the fact that he's walking along and just perfect drop.
You're so naive, Marshall.
Just perfect noose right around his neck, right? Just as he's walking. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's impossible. But anyway, they yank up on the rope and he gets hung to death.
Does he even do like the tongue hanging out of his mouth?
I don't think
Or
it
is
was
it
that far.
is it hanging out of his mouth?
Hung out.
Now you got me all fucked up on this shit, man.
I mean, hang in.
Hungen? Hannigan? Now, just stop.
Yeah, stop. All right, so he's dead. Henry's gone. So we got back to Allison, Jennifer, Roy, and Rhodey. They make it back to the office where the meeting was in the lounge. Marty takes her keys, tosses them in a desk drawer, which I think he locks up, and then he leaves. I'm not really sure. It doesn't matter.
This dude is about as uppity as Herbert West.
Yeah.
But Herbert West is at least fun. He has a sense of humor.
Yeah, Marty doesn't really have much of a sense of humor at this point in this movie.
What was the note supposed to say? Cat dead, details later?
Yeah. Jennifer and Marty, they go to the security office now to look for Henry, but he's not there. This makes Jennifer feel uneasy because Blake's still missed and now Henry isn't there, and Henry's never late on his round. He's always on time. Something must be wrong. So Marty's like, well, let's go for a walk and maybe we'll find him.
All right, Marshall, this is going to sound really stupid.
Yeah.
Did Blake already die? Or, like, we just don't know what happened to him the whole movie?
Well, I'm not going to say anything yet.
There's the...
So
God,
it's a weird question to ask in the middle of this. But.
Do you think I can name probably like one person that is going to watch this movie in preparation for this podcast, and that is the Atomic Scarecrow. He likes to hate himself like that.
Okay.
I think it's because of all those pony dones.
It's Dons, dude.
Pony Dons.
Keep saying don'ts. It's Dons.
Dones.
Oh, is it ES? I thought first I thought it was DONS, which would be Dons. Oh, pony DONES. Okay, so
yeah.
Donies.
What's your
pony? Oh.
What's your first language you speak?
Well, I didn't
Professor?
see the word. You were saying. Yeah.
What's up, spelling bee?
Well, you didn't spell for me, asshole. You just said Dons. The first time I was like, oh, Dons. Now you're saying DONES. So fuck. I don't know.
Moving on.
Maybe Dons is spelled with an ES instead of an S. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? We gotta learn the Italian derelict.
The Italian dialect.
Did I say derelict?
Dialect.
It's gonna be one of those Monday nights,
one of
isn't
those,
it,
yeah,
Marshall?
it's right. We're doing this on a Monday night. Like it's not a normal Sunday episode. We'll just move on like that never happened.
What happened?
So Marty and Jenny are walking around the park, and they're talking about their plans for after the park closes. And she's like, I'll probably graduate high school, go to college, get a career. And I just want to like, so whoa, wait a minute. So Jennifer's supposed to be in high school?
She got held back
a lot then, because she clearly looks like she should be graduating college now, not high school. Marty tells her that he's been here for 15 years and that this is all he knows anymore, that he would do anything to keep this park open, even for just a little while longer.
Wait, so you're trying to tell me he just loves this park so damn much?
He does. So much.
So damn
So damn much. So as they walk, they see someone is watching. We see someone watching from the shadows. They bump into Carly and Tony as they exit the bathroom after their fuck session. Marty just tells them to head back to the employee lounge where the party is. So Carly and Tony rush off.
Buddy, I don't know if I could Oh, also, that was a callback to the Intruder episode.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I just love this store so damn much.
Oh, yeah. Hicks, Rob, what's his name?
Dan Hicks.
Dan Hicks.
As I am legit reading it off the poster.
Yeah, the pork chop.
Danny Hicks.
Danny Hicks.
So this bathroom bang sesh, like, I know she's a very attractive woman, but I just go fuck behind a tree.
Yeah, and there's gotta be. You're in an amusement park. Go fuck on a roller coasters. Like anywhere.
Oh, dude, the Ferris wheel.
The Ferris, anything better than a fucking toilet in a bathroom stall.
Do you think you could fuck on the Rocco planes?
The teacups, maybe.
Ooh, those are sensual. I was on the Rocco planes one time and we were upside down because like you have that fucking torque bar where you can hold your position.
Yep.
And then like a bolt fell out. And
Okay.
Just kind of like. So I'll keep like a washer and a nut in my pocket when I go to those things, and I'll just throw one out like, oh shit! Or you're on the swings doing that too. I like to have fun. I got stuck on Mr. Freeze 6 times in a row.
Jesus.
Wait, you need more distractions? Well, don't worry, Marshall. I got one.
I'm sure they're coming.
I was on Mr. Freeze, and when you get to the very top, you take a handful of change and throw it up, and it just spins there because you are one with the gravity, and then you beat the change back to Earth.
Earth?
The planet Earth.
I won't lie. I've never gone Mr. Freeze. I have no plans of doing it. I can't handle that. I don't think I can handle those rides.
Oh, you can't chill.
I can't. I'm just not cool enough. Blow up that Mr. Freeze ride.
Is that show done?
No.
Did it wrap?
Okay, we're going for Randy. Okay, you brought this up. I'm going down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I told you last time they announced they're going to be a season 4.
Yeah.
So they're still coming. So that's
No,
cool.
I meant like the season.
Yes, it pissed me off because I'm like, I went back the other night. I was like, okay, I feel like I missed an episode. Let's go back. And this season only had 10 episodes. Pissed me off. The last previous two had like 13 episodes. This one only got 10. I was like, motherfucker!
So what?
Robbed us.
What did it end on? It's like
It ended with like
Poison
Ivy becomes like the
Lex
new.
Luthor wanted her to join.
The relaunch Legion of Doom.
Okay.
Harley's like, no, I don't want to do that. She joins Team Batman, but there's still going to be a couple. So it's going to be how's that going to work?
That's right, because they're like, I don't want to join the Legion of Doom if Bane's there. It's like, no, Bane is not going to be on there. What the hell? Should I just buy a new pasta maker?
They better keep Bane around. Bane's bad. I don't know why this made him a hillbilly, but I love Bane in that show. He's so
Dude.
God damn it, Nachos. We gotta stop.
Would you rather talk about this?
We gotta stop. We gotta get back.
Because I saw the new Monsters movie.
I don't want to talk about that. No.
I'll spare you this round.
Yes. Fuck. I actually do not want to see that because I don't want to see what Rob Zombie did to that. And honestly, I can't even say that because I didn't even watch the original series. Like, I know of the monsters, but I never wasn't a fan because I never really watched it. But I certainly don't want to, because I know it was supposed to be a comedy, and I certainly don't want to see what Rob Zombie did to this. I have no desire to see that movie at all.
It's like watching your grandparents get executed and then getting painted out of the family picture. It's bad. Thanks, Dr. Benny Graves. For murdering my grandparents and painting them out of the picture.
All right. So bang sesh. They leave the bang sesh. They go back to the party.
What did you say? Burn sesh?
Yeah, the bang session.
Burn sesh.
Jennifer,
Sorry, Marshall. Go ahead.
Jenny and Marty continue to walk and talk, and they come to stop like this little lake that's in the park, and they kind of they're both have their hands on the railing, and their hands or fingers almost kind of touch or almost touching, and Marty's like. There's something I want to ask you, Jennifer. Like he's about. You can tell he's like he's got a crush on her. He wants to ask her out.
Dude,
But before he can ask her, Jennifer pulls her hand away, cuts him off, saying, "We should go back to the party." So like I said, we're to assume that Marty's going to ask this girl out, which is fucking creepy because we just found out that Jennifer's still in high school at this point. Yeah, she might be 18, but she's still in high school. And that, assuming that we go by the fact that Marty has been here for 15 years, and if we assume he started working here after high school when he was 18, that would make him at least minimum 33 years old at this point, and he's about to ask out a high school kid. Fucking creepy, Marty. Fucking creepy.
So did you catch the deleted scene where she takes his hand and goes, "Aw, so close," and then puts him in the enclosure and locks him in and goes, You got out of the friend zone, buddy. That was real close. Also, ew, you're a kid fucker.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Shut that shit down.
Shut it down.
So we cut back to Carly and Tony stopping by one of the food stands, and Tony notices that one of the lights in the haunted house is still on, even though he swears he's turned it off, all of them off earlier.
Tony.
Yeah. What got it? Feels good. Feels good. Feels good.
I think the pony dones are spreading airily. Airily?
Jesus Christ. So
Feels good.
God damn it. Meanwhile, so Tony tells Carly, like, hey, start up the fryer and start making food. I'm going to go turn off the lights. He leaves.
Oh, are you talking Chekhov's deep fryer? Because earlier she goes, Tony taught me how to, like, work the deep fryer and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, newsflash, bitch. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Can you make the thing go click?
Click.
Does the shit bubble? Then I think you got it, lady. You're going to go far. In porn.
Well, thank you. Yeah, she's got the tits for it.
Bop, 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 bop.
So, where are we? Meanwhile, Jennifer and Marty are about to go back to the party when Jennifer spots a mystery person in a mask standing like the street area, like the main pathway, looking at them, and then just turns and walks away. Jennifer and Marty decide to follow them and watch the masked person meet up with a second masked figure.
Ominous.
We cut back to Carly in the food stand, turning on the fryer to make some food. She bends down to get the bag of fries, and when she stands back up, standing behind her is a man in a dark plaid shirt, dark overalls, and wearing an almost cartoonish-looking white plague doctor mask. Yeah. It's not scary. It's like giant white. It's a cartoon. It's so big and white. It's like, why not just go dark and spooky? Why?
It's like the exact opposite of my dick.
It's like a Looney Tunes. If like a Looney Tune character wore a plague doctor mask, this is what it would be.
It's like racist Big Bird.
What?
It's a, like.
Oh, you think Big Bird and KKK? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're going for?
Somebody Photoshop that. Or MS Paint. Okay, also, can we talk about the fucking potatoes just being on the floor of this nasty ass? There's no proper fruits.
This is probably why the park's closing down.
Right, yeah. It's because, like, I don't remember roaches in the. It's like, no, they're decorative. It's like Harry Potter, the Bean Boozle, whatever the fuck.
Okay.
I didn't forget to eat today. I remembered to drink, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta prioritize.
So the killer grabs Carly and forces her face down into the boiling fryer oil. Now, we've all seen this death scene before, but what makes this one a little bit different and a little bit funny is, maybe, Nachos, did you pick up on this fact?
Oh, I saw it.
That the killer is like grinding his crotch up against her ass while he's got her bent over in the fryer.
I get it, but if you're already a gross, creepy killer, so why don't you wangle some dangle on some?
I mean, why not? Fucking, you're already at the party, right?
On some funnel cake.
Yeah.
Did you catch what was even better? There's nothing in that deep fryer. It is totally empty.
Yeah. When you the side shot, you can see there's nothing in there.
Do what they did in Jason Goes to Hell. Put fucking root beer in that shit. Drop some Alka-Seltzers in it. There's your effect. Hollywood, here I come.
Yeah, but I was like, when I first watched, I didn't know. I was like, wait, it took me, wait a minute. Is he's grinding on her ass while he's killing her.
Boom. You want it. You got it.
Ride that pony. Ride that rainbow pony dies.
I just think of a Senator mob boss eating a donut. Senator? What'd I say?
Centaur. It'd be a centaur.
Yeah, what? Not
Centaur. I don't know what that is. There's a scimitar, which is a type of sword.
Okay,
I don't
it's
know
a
what
centaur holding a scimitar.
There you go. Centaur, not centaur. Just
And
centaur.
he's mentally deficient. So yeah, let's stop while we're ahead. Don't want to
But I just couldn't. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. Like, this is a first. So yeah, he's humping her. He's dry humping her while he's killing her in the fire oil.
You know what? Maybe he had like really bad hips and the ground was slippery.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no fucking protective mat.
There are
barefoot.
there are no non-slip mats by this fryer. That is a safety hazard.
I mean, not like I'm Captain OSHA up in this motherfucker.
I mean, the first time I saw it, I was like, maybe I thought, okay, is he maybe just trying to maintain his footing while she's struggling? Like, but then I was like, no, he's just grinding on her. He's just.
God, this is why we need an editor to take that scene and then do Genuine's pony ride to that. Just like a gif.
That would be hilarious. I fucking love that.
Aaron, you started fucking around with like
yeah, you started doing Instagram videos. Aaron, hit that shit up.
Would you, kind sir?
Yes.
Would you kindly
Get those toes out of your mouth and get on the keyboard and let's make that happen.
I can't do that sound effect though.
Oh yeah, Aaron does it
Lollipop.
really well. He can make that. He can make them toes pop. Once she dies, the killer pulls her out of the oil for the camera to see. And goddamn, was it a disappointment? I was so disappointed in this makeup effect because I know it's low budget.
Buddy, just no.
Because she kind of looks like a partially boiled potato, and that's it. And then it's a quick second. Here's this red face, kind of looks like a potato, and then he drops her. She's dead.
It's a guy with a red potato head.
Yeah.
It looks nothing like it. It looks like. Kind of looks like the bogged out drowned people in Creepshow. But not.
So now we jump to Tony exiting the haunted house after turning off the lights. He goes back to Carly, finds her dead on the floor. The killer pops up and thrusts a sack over his head.
Well, the scariest thing about a haunted house is the power bill if you don't turn the lights off.
Yes. I mean, you don't want those animatronics running all night, I guess, but...
We saw what happens in fucking Weekend at Willie's or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, you better
don't want that shit happening.
Bone crushing your energy drink and
playing pinball
and paying Nicolas Cage not to talk.
Yeah. Cut to Missy and Rhodey hanging out and talking. Missy says she's actually happy the park is closed, so she doesn't have to put up with Marty oogling her every time she bends over, or having to listen to Allison and Claire anymore, who she calls Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh, he says some cold shit, or she says some cold shit earlier. It's like the wife to be in the cum dumpster or something. I'm like, God damn, that's a little that's mean.
She's very sassy, I guess you could say that. Rhodes does say something like something along like, why you don't like them just because they don't like Twilight or something like that, which did give me a little bit of a chuckle there on that one, but that was about the only witty line in this entire movie.
Well, yeah, yep.
So Missy scowls at him and then just goes back to smoking, but then she says that she fantasizes about being crushed to death by one of the rides, which is fucking weird. I know you're a goth, but seriously, come on. Let's loosen up there a bit.
All right, do you remember?
Let's put the razor blades away. Let's turn off the Joy Division or something like that.
The ogre, the ministry. So yeah, this is totally a callback to Return of the Living Dead when Linnea Quigley's character's like, I just want to be eaten to death by a bunch of old men. And what happens to her? She gets eaten to death by a bunch
unfortunately, I'm like, oh, foreshadowing, right? That's okay. That's gonna could be a cool kill. Nope, they dropped the ball on that shit when we get to it. I hate to break the bubble there, but fuck it. So we jump back to Tony, who wakes up, finds himself in one of the roller coaster cars, duct taped to the guard bar.
Oh, he's the guy with the Letterman.
Yes, the Letterman jacket. He's the football player.
Yeah, like how Steve from Jason Goes to Hell's a football player.
Up comes Plague Mask Killer, and we get the usual, who are you? What do you want? From Tony.
Can we call him Plague Master?
Plague Master. The killer actually speaks here and says to Tony that he's just working, and then begins to repeatedly stab Tony in the stomach with a small knife, then slices his stomach open and pulls out Tony's intestines.
I wasn't mad at this. This was actually kind of cool.
All right. Hearing Tony screaming, Misty and Rhodey head off to investigate. The killer sets the roller coaster in motion with Tony still duct taped to the car. We cut to Alice and Roy making out in the back of the lounge area, the office. In rush Jennifer and Marty to interrupt them, telling that there's masked people in the park. Of course, at first, Roy and Allison don't believe them. Jennifer wants to call the cops, but Roy's like, no, I just brought booze with a fake ID, and there's a bunch of underagers here.
Oh, my God. That is your number one concern.
First of all, yeah.
Obviously, the cops aren't going to ID anybody there.
No.
Because y'all fuckers look like you're 40-some change.
Yeah. That's here's why I deep dive
Marshall,
into this.
we look younger than them.
Some of them, yeah. So here's where I thought it's funny. Sloppy writing here, or it's either sloppy writing or sloppy planning.
Yes.
Because one, why is he using a fake ID? Like I said, he clearly doesn't need it. And if he is really supposed to be underage himself, wouldn't it make more sense to him to say, I bought that booze with a fake ID and we're all underage here, instead of there are underagers here, which would imply that he himself is not underage, which would mean he doesn't need a fake ID?
Yes, this is like that prime example in Halloween 4. Remember when Loomis and Sheriff Meeker show up and all the other Michael Myers pop up and stuff? If you listen closely, somebody goes, ha ha, you thought it was me, when actually, shouldn't that person have said, ha ha, you thought we were him?
Yeah.
That
like
means Michael Myers uncharacteristically broke his decades long silence just to be fucking Nelson
just a troll, Loomis and a cop.
God damn it, Michael, you son of a bitch. Ha ha.
And Nelson laughed.
And then Sheriff Meeker's like, no, nothing, your blood's out. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's always been weird to me. I love that movie.
Yeah, Halloween 4 is a good one.
Also, why are these two just making out in the common area? I get it. You're high schoolers.
Yeah,
sort
of.
This is old girl Britney Spears.
Yeah, she's the one in the schoolgirl outfit. Yeah. The white shirt with the schoolgirl.
She's not that innocent.
No, she ain't. Yeah, her and Roy are making out on like a bed in the back of the
It's a
lounge.
cot.
Yeah, cot, whatever.
It's like a hurricane cot.
So we go back to Missy and Rhodey as they arrive at the Little Dipper roller coaster. When they reach the tracks, they see blood on the platform. The car with Tony in it comes rolling around the bend, comes to an abrupt halt, an abrupt stop right in front of them, and the sudden stop jolts Tony's corpse forward and backwards, which causes more of his innards to plop out of him. The blood sprays over Missy and Rhodey. Missy screams, runs away.
I thought she was into blood play.
Yeah, you would think so.
Poser.
Poser, yeah. We cut back to Roy, Alice, and Jennifer. Roy is still all pissed off that his makeout session got broken up and blames Rhodey for this because he assumes that Rhodey is just trying to play jokes on all of them.
Rhodey!
So Roy gets all fired up and rushes out of the office lounge, and he's going to put an end to this by punching that nerd in the face.
Oh, buddy. And so he just goes to the mirror and starts busting
himself in the face.
This is about as convincing as an, oh my God, what was that really bad Friday the 13th? Camp Murder. We think, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to beat him up.
Fucking that guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck him. He was the worst.
Princess Percy Pussy Lips or whatever the fuck is. He's got a little dick anyway. Come on, broken mouth. Come with me and we can wrestle you. Oh, fucking...
Oh, this is what I tried to forget about that one.
This is what I wake up and have nightmares to. And thank God it's not like, oh, you don't know what an IR Roth is. Continue, my lord.
Okay. Jennifer and Allison rush after him, trying to calm him down. Jennifer tells him that this isn't a joke and they need to call the police. Roy ignores them and he leaves.
Doesn't he say like straight up fuck the police?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, that would be too cool for him.
Yeah, that'd be way too cool. Jump back to Missy, who's calling the police on her cell phone. Right as the phone rings, she gets donkey punched by the other killer. This one wears a mask that looks like a burlap sack covered in seaweed or some shit. I really understand what they're going for with this mask. Missy elbows the killer in the face and crawls for her phone. The killer stomps on her hand right as the 911 operator picks up.
Marshall, have you ever had somebody stomp on your hand so hard you can't make a sound?
No.
No, because that sounds like bad writing.
Yeah, that sounds like...
You ever had
ridiculous.
somebody stomp on a script in a movie so hard that the Slayer shows up for 2 seconds and you're like, wait, what?
What? Wait, wasn't the whole movie named after you? Why are you on the last frame?
And then I start crying blood.
So the killer picks up Missy by her hair, slits her throat with a knife. Missy stumbles backwards, gasping at her throat, grasping, blah, 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 doing all that shit. And she falls backwards into the lake. She's dead.
What comes out of her mouth?
Mouth blood.
Some mouth blood. I love this effect. It looks so real. It looks like somebody slit her throat in advance. And then somebody just put a knife over it.
Traced it.
Yeah, like, better double down. They call me Slashy 2 times. 2 times. Because I know the pony dons.
And
That's
I
good,
just thought
fellas,
this was
sorry.
such a missed opportunity. Like, another throat slash. Like, really? Especially when you just had a girl say, man, I wish I could get crushed by one of these rides.
For real.
Like, seriously, that's fortune. Kill her that way.
You know what?
You have an opportunity to do some creative, and you just do a basic bitch throat slash? Like, god damn it.
You reuse the same roller coaster you just had. You have him tie her to the train tracks.
Old
as he
West
fucking
style.
Twirls
Spaghetti
the
Western style.
twirling the mustache like, how will she get out of it? It's like,
tune in next week.
when we review a better movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, not likely.
Pony Dons, the revenge of
The revenge.
Snappy Stab.
So they go back to the office where Jennifer, Allison, and Marty are waiting anxiously for Roy to come back. After a few moments, Marty Marty says that he doesn't think that Roy is coming back, and Jennifer says that they need to just leave the park and that Roy can catch up to them later. So they head to the gate and find it chained and locked. Marty says that that's not a park lock. Somebody else did this. Someone who doesn't want us to get out.
Nerd.
Jennifer suggests that they just climb over the fence because it's obviously scalable because we've seen Roy do it and it's only like, I don't know, a 6-foot fence, maybe 8 feet at the most. And, and it's chain linked. It's easily hoppable.
This is not even like top grade shit. Like,
no.
You could just wire slips.
Yeah. And it's not even like there's like barbed wire at the top. It's just a chain link fence, whatever.
Well, hold up. Didn't Roy even say something when he was climbing the fence? Like, I climb this fence all the time. Or some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit, yeah.
Oh, but only he has the experience.
Yes.
Only the shadow knows.
Yeah. He goes to the YMCA's chain link fence climbing wall, and he puts hours in there to train.
And they're like, young man, can you climb up this fence? I say, young man, can you take it up the ass? I say, young man, can you jizz out your butt? It's fun to climb at the why won't you stop talking?
Marty's like, okay, so they're about to climb. Marty like braces his leg, does like the whole like puts it,
the
palms up,
alley-oop.
The alley-oop, brace himself. Jennifer is about to step on his hand, but as soon as she starts to climb the fence, Allison screams as the seaweed sackhead killer shows up. So they all take off running to the Beach Club bar/restaurant that's in the park.
Oh, Coconut Pete has a restaurant there?
Apparently Coconut Pete has a restaurant there.
All right.
Jennifer leads them to the kitchen where she gives Allison a large kitchen knife to defend herself with.
This part's pretty okay.
Hearing banging on the front doors, the three of them creep out to the front and hide behind the counter. In comes Rhodey, covered in blood, and you would think that Rhodey would be all shaken up or scared or worked up and anxious about, but this fucking Jack Tar is just like a fucking husk. He's emotionally dead inside.
I don't know. This line's pretty dope.
And he's not like in shock or trauma. He just, this is the way he is in the whole movie. I mean, this guy's quote unquote acting is fucking atrocious. I actually have the audio clip of this scene of his stupendous acting to hear. And you also get to hear how much louder like every other character is compared to him. So it's stark. It's night and day.
They're like, Rhodey, we'll ADR you later. It's fine.
Yeah, and there's like, we have to get out of here.
We ran out of money. Let's just.
So
I'll shut up.
All right, let me find the where's Rhodey. All right, here. So here's the clip of Rhodey.
Jesus, Rhodey, what the fuck?
I saw you come in here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's not mine. I'm okay. It's Tony's.
What happened?
Tony's dead.
Where's Missy?
I don't know. She ran off. We gotta get out of here.
That's it. That's Rhodey. Like, there's no emotion there. And you listen, like, that's not cut up. I didn't, like, take lines and then splice them together. That's so choppy. It's like, I swear it's like this is like reminding me of like shit on like a stage play where like Rhodey's trying to say his lines and he keeps forgetting his fucking lines, so everybody else has to chime in like to cue him. He's like, it's not my blood, and you hear like a silence, and then somebody's like, what happened? And he's like, yeah, Rhodey's they're dead or something like that, and he figures his next line, next person's got to chime in like, well, what happened? He's like, I guess we should get out of here. They're all dead.
Hey Marshall, how do you put subtitles on a podcast? No, I'm an asshole. I do the same shit to my brother because he mumbles all the time, and I'm like, a little louder for the people in the back.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like,
that's in the whole
use
movie.
your outside voice inside.
It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
No, but he does get a drop that's super badass. Oh, don't worry, it's not my blood.
Yes. Fuck yeah. And again, he has no emotion. He's like, it's not my blood. Don't worry, but we gotta get out of here.
You know what? Maybe he's
Okay,
on the
guys.
spectrum, and we should appreciate that a character like this is being represented.
Someone took a little too much Xanax, I guess, that day before
Yeah.
filming started. It
He's
just,
zandied up to dip down.
yeah. So yeah, he tells them that Tony and Claire are dead, and that Missy ran away, and then you heard that. Jennifer looks outside.
Did we hear that?
Yeah, did you guys hear that? I don't know.
Yeah,
you might not have heard it.
Let's see how it transfers over in the final product.
Yeah. So Jennifer starts looking outside. She's looking through the windows, and she gets jump scared by the plague doctor killer who pops up right in front of her on the other side of the window. The group all runs out of the front of the restaurant, like they scatter.
I just wanted to hear the Scooby-Doo bongo like blah, 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 you know, as they take off running.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Because
Yeah.
this is, I'm breaking it down. Is this not a Scooby-Doo episode?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, yeah, it kind of is. It
Like,
really
come
is.
on, gang, let's get fucking loaded at this amusement park.
Yeah, Mickey, that's a good idea.
Marty and Rhodey end up together, while Alice and Jennifer end up in the back in the kitchen, where they hide underneath a.
Where they belong.
Oh!
Misogyny's life and well in 2022. I didn't say that. Nachos McWerewolf did.
So they hide underneath like this metal cooking / prep table, kind of like, very reminiscent of like Jurassic Park shit. As Sackhead, Seaweed
Jurassic
Sackhead,
Park. Never saw it.
never saw him. Seaweed Sackhead comes in the kitchen. He starts walking through looking for him. He passes by him. He leaves. So as soon as he leaves, Alice and Jennifer scramble out from their hiding place. Jennifer trips. Alice is like, "See ya, bitch." She doesn't say it, but she does not help Jennifer up. She does not look back. She just hauls ass. She leaves out of the kitchen. She runs out of the kitchen, leaving
Player
Jennifer
2
behind.
has left the game.
Yeah, she has. However, she runs right into the arms of Hillbilly Plague Doctor, who grabs her and says to her, "Don't go just yet."
In the arms of a deranged hillbilly plague doctor.
Meanwhile, Seaweed Sackhead is in the back looking around and finds Marty hiding in an empty ice bin. Sackhead pulls him out. They struggle. Jennifer runs up, stabs Sackhead square in the back with a fucking Michael Myers-esque knife, but it has zero effect on Sackhead.
Actually, it was more of like the trap.
Still, it's pretty square in the back. Stabs him in the back.
It's sturdy.
He doesn't even
That was for
flinch.
you, Aaron.
He no flinching, doesn't let out the slightest gasp of pain, nothing. He just turns around and swats Jennifer away like an annoying fly. Marty, who in this sequence gets tossed to the floor by Sackhead, somehow hurts his ankle now. He's like, "Oh, my ankle." We cut back to Hillbilly Plague Doctor and Allison. Plague Doc is toying with her, and says like, "Hey, fighting just makes the blue knot tighter." What the fuck does that even mean, Nachos? What the fuck is a blue knot?
Okay, so
I get the balloon knot.
Yeah, that's what I think. It was a goof in the subtitles, but
no, there was not subtitles. He literally says blue knot.
Well, okay, it's the lead singer of Ogre, and he gets a little creative with his lyrics, but
no, his name is Ogre. He was Skinny Puppy was the name of his band.
yeah, but he's also in the band Ogre.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
It's okay, buddy. Not all of us are industrial
I still know. I'm
fans.
still trying to figure out what the fuck a blue knot is. Like, I get blue balls, but I don't know what blue knot is supposed to be.
Ooh, that'd be like if you had really bad hemorrhoids and you had like those purple veins around your butthole.
Oh, the blue knot. Yeah.
Yeah, balloon knot.
But why would he want that?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
I'll tell you when we're high school students in our 30s and 40s and shit, dude.
Dude, I get those dreams all the time. Like, I get like the Billy Madison dream where I'm like my age or like in my 30s, 40s, and like for some reason I'm back in like fucking great,
to
like
school.
go back to high school
Back
again. I'm like, why am I here? And I'm just blowing everything off because like I don't care. I've already graduated, but yeah, for some reason I'm back in school taking classes.
See, mine are more like fucking not disturbing behavior, but the faculty, like where I have to
fight your team,
like cliques, like, oh no, the football brigade, and they're all fucking mutants and shit.
Sounds like Lollipop Chainsaw, kind of.
Dope.
It's a good game.
Man,
It's a good
Jimmy
game.
Urines in that shit.
That's an
too.
underrated game.
No, they're remaking it.
Are they really?
Oh, fuck this movie for 2 seconds. Are you familiar with the franchise Dead Space?
Yeah, I never played it, but I know of it. Yeah, it's the
All right, so
first-person shooter in space, supposed to be horror-based.
No. It's a third-person shooter.
Is it third person? Okay.
It plays like Gears of War and Resident Evil 4 and butt-fucked aliens, and it is legit spooky as fuck.
Yeah.
So EA shit the bed because it's EA. So they're like, we're not going to make any more, but they're going to remake it.
Yeah.
So everybody that left that company, they're like, let's make our own. And it's coming out, and it comes out like next month. And I really don't know. It's like Eclipse something. I don't know. That's super helpful.
Yeah.
But if any of our listeners out there,
I know there's a lot of hype about the Resident Evil 4 remake. Some people not thinking they don't really need a remake for RA, but then other people are saying, hey, it actually could be really good with and like new controls, and it could be. So it's getting some mixed reviews, but some early hype, and like, all right, I mean, I'm sure I'll play it eventually, but I'm like, yeah, well, like they should remake Veronica first before 4.
Thank you.
But anyway.
Okay, at the end of the day,
And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre game is supposed to be coming out, I guess, probably early next year, I would imagine. Or
I'm
sometime
fine
soon.
with that. I'm hyped about this Killer Clowns game. Have you seen anything about this?
I've seen clips of it, some gameplay teaser footage. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not that hyped about it. I guess if any horror game, I'd be more hyped for Texas Chainsaw.
So you're telling me you're not down to clown?
Yeah. I mean, I might play it, but I'm not going to spend $60, $70, $80 on it.
Oh, side note, that Evil Dead game is now $30.
Oh, okay.
So we might
Yeah,
have
that
to
one
check
kind of
that
fell
out.
off real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess there's no story mode.
Yeah,
or...
I think there's a very, very short one, but there's like, yeah, it seems like to me like it's kind of very repetitive. But get old pretty quickly. That's why I never bought that one.
So Friday the 13th actually did not, even though it was rinse, wash, repeat the same shit. That was
Maybe
awesome.
it's just the franchise I like better. Like I just like okay, and like I don't know. Killer Clowns, I'm like whatever. But like, do I really want to play a game? Like I don't know. I don't really.
I think they're going to be able to just bring over all the cocaine fuel, just fucking insanity. Like I've seen some gameplay footage, and I know they're incorporating like each clown has like a certain
Each clown will be its own. I'm sure its own thing.
So like the shadow puppets or the cotton candy guns, and like they're doing new clowns that look fucking straight nightmare full. Like clowns, that shit don't even bug me.
Yeah,
but I'm on board. So long as I get to customize my counselor, air quotes,
you're
to look like me. Yeah.
Be Mike Cigarette or whatever his name was.
Mike Tobacco.
Tobacco. That was Mike Tobacco. Yeah.
The Ferenczi brothers. These guys are hilarious because they try to make people eat ice cream, and
yeah,
we're not here to fuck you. You just said there was free ice cream.
Anyway, let's move back.
To
Let's
the
move
movie.
back on.
Do we just take a break at this point?
No, we're gonna plow through this. So where were blue knot? That's where we were. So anyway, meanwhile, Sackhead is walking up on Jennifer, who's on the floor up against the walk-in freezer. Marty leaps up, calls out to Sackhead. When Sackhead turns around, Marty hits him across the face with a fucking frying pan.
Love it.
Again, Sackhead has zero fucking reaction to this. Doesn't flinch. I don't think his head even turns with the force of it.
It did, but you couldn't see it in the oversized burlap sack.
Okay. So Sackhead just backhands Marty like a bitch and sends him flying into a closet, and then turns back and back to Jennifer.
To a very familiar space where Marty's been before.
Yeah. Jennifer picks up the frying pan and starts smacking Sackhead in the face with it repeatedly. This time, Sackhead actually kind of stumbles backwards a bit into the walk-in freezer.
Well, because she scored a critical hit.
Crit hit, yeah.
She rolled a 20.
She rolled a 20. Jennifer and Marty slam the door closed and latch it shut with a screwdriver.
I have a thing for you in my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back out front, Hillbilly Plague Doc has dropped Allison back to the floor. In runs Rhodey. Plague Doc grabs Rhodey and just slices him across the top of the forehead and scalps him,
This is fucking awesome.
ripping off the top of his skull.
Because what's he say? He's like, oh, you acting like a cowboy?
Yeah, something like
We're
that.
going to play cowboy and engines. And guess what? You're getting scalped.
Yeah, something like that. And Plague Doc, who is now suddenly maskless, even though he was just wearing his mask, now his mask is gone for no reason whatsoever, no explanation.
Buddy, you got to breathe.
Despite him, he just wore it moments ago. But Plague Doc slaps Rhodey's scalp on top of his head.
Giddy up, partner.
Turns his attention to Alice and starts mocking her and Rhodey like, "Hey, you thought you were gonna get a cowboy? Well, here I am, choo-hoo, bang bang choo choo," some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh, the whole time it's like, you got a pretty butt, lady.
Yeah,
you got a kissable butt. Or she doesn't.
I don't know if that's her, but he says something like that to Jennifer later. I know that.
Oh, I know none of these ladies have a pumpkin butt.
Oh, Jennifer had a nice little body on her.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's why they casted her.
Yeah.
I mean, her impeccable, amazing acting.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jennifer's acting was probably one of the better ones in this movie. Jennifer wasn't bad.
You know what? You're not right. Or do you think they casted Jennifer because of her body?
Well done. Well done. Where is that? Where is that? There it is. I'll give you that one. I like that one. All right. So, anyway, Allison gets up, runs to the front door, but for some reason it's locked now and she can't get out, even though they just entered through that door moments ago and no one's locked it, but it's now locked.
Wait, is this the part where he takes the scalp and fucking wings it
Yep.
at her?
Plague Doc grabs Allison by the back of her head and presses her face up against the glass door and just rubs her face back and forth against the door.
I respect this.
what?
This is a gross. So he's Iggy at this point. He's no longer Plague Doctor.
Yeah. This is the killer named Iggy, but they never say his name. It's only in the credits that you see it. So I from here I just called him Plague Doc, but yeah, his name is Iggy.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, and I thought okay, he's gonna smash her head through the glass, do something. No, he just grabs her head and just rubs it against the glass door. And
I love how
what?
gross. Real talk, I thought she was going to eat shit like, oh, Doyle rules, and fucking eat shit on the bloody scalp and just bash her head through the glass.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
No. I have no idea what this is supposed to accomplish, but he does it. So Allison managed to kick Plague Doctor, which allows her to escape his grasp and run out the door.
Oh, the door works
which is now suddenly unlocked, even though it was just locked a second ago.
Time delay.
Iggy, Plague Doc Iggy, frees Sackhead from the walk-in freezer, who he at this point now calls Ogre. So Sackhead is named Ogre.
And he also calls him Bitch Hog.
Well, there's a great name for him later we're coming to. It made me chuckle.
We'll get to that.
Outside, Jennifer and Marty hide behind a bench and watch Ogre as he walks away looking for him. Jennifer looks over, sees Allison stumbling around, so she rushes over to her. She takes her back to Marty, but Marty is now gone.
Where's Marty?
Even though he's supposed to have a bad ankle, but now he's gone. So they run off to look for him. They spot Marty as he enters a building. I don't know if it's a souvenir store. It's just some other building.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. It's that part in Six Flags where you go to take the old-timey photos.
The old-timey Western pictures. I remember I did one of those. I don't remember if it was Six Flags or one, but I did one of those where I was a knight. I chainmail on and a sword and a castle backdrop.
Dude, you know what we fucking missed this weekend other than Archon? The Ren Fair.
I know. I've been wanting to go to the Ren Fair here for years.
Buddy, next time we'll go. I want to go full goblin mode. Because, damn, if anybody could do it, it's me.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go to the Ren Fair for a long time. Check it out. It'd be fun.
I always wanted to get somebody really drunk the night before Ren Fair and not tell them. like rape them or surprise them by dressing them up like a stormtrooper and like duct taping their hands shut and their mouth and like duct taping the helmet and hands so they have to like walk around just to hear like the NCP fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
Egans, he's not of this time.
It's like the people like show up in like Star Trek uniforms at Ren fairs and stuff like that.
I kind of respect that, though.
Pretending like they're a away team in like that went back in time or like some.
You gotta
old
go.
planet.
You gotta go. Doc Brown and fucking Marty McFly. Doc, I don't think we're in the right place.
That would be fucking hilarious. I love that.
Maybe Rick and Morty. I don't know.
So
Sorry, back to this movie.
They spot Marty as enters this building. Jennifer shouts out for him, but he ignores them.
Marty
and
straight
goes
bitches
inside.
out.
Now Olga just appears behind Allison, just straight up teleports up behind her and buries an axe in the back of her head. She's dead. That's it.
Not bad looking.
It's not terrible, but it's really quick. Like,
Oh, you know what?
okay. Well, there
and
she
then
goes,
there's
I
a
guess.
scene of her laying on her side and
And the
just
blood
blood's-
like running down
It's
into
like,
her eye.
could you at least show the fucking axe?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, where's the axe?
Marshall, is that too much to
Axe.
Axe?
Yeah.
Du-du-du-du-du.
So Jennifer runs for the building that Marty went into and bangs on the door for his help. He kind of ignores her at first, but after a few moments, Marty does come out from his hiding place, fumbles with the keys when trying to open the door, but Jennifer...
Did you hear Laurie Strode in your head? Keys!
No, I did not, but I see that, but I did not. But
I heard Stanley Ipkiss going, Milo, get the keys! Milo, get the keys!
but
Somebody got that.
So he does open the door and let her in and locks the door again. The two of them go hide as Ogre approaches the door. But Ogre don't give a fuck about locked doors. Oh, hell no, he don't.
No more locked doors!
He just smashes through it with his axe.
All right, real talk.
Yeah.
Did you think they were going to actually do this effect?
The broken window?
I don't think they broke out that actual window. I think they did like some green screen shit or something because it looks a little fishy.
I didn't pay enough attention to really see if it looked fishy.
Because my shit, in my mind, I'm like, yo, that's like $1,000 door. There's no way they're going to do that. I don't care whose dad owns this fucking amusement park or fucking McDonald's or whatever you're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. I don't know. I will say I didn't pay enough attention to that particular effect to see if it was fishy or not.
You know what? I don't want to shit on this movie. Well, they triumphed with this.
Okay. Marty and Jennifer make it to the security office where she lays into him now for kind of sandbagging her when she was banging on the door and not letting her in. She confronts him and calls him out for acting strange all night and says that she thinks he knows something. So at this point, Marty comes clean and tells her about a meeting he had with Mr. Hyde, the park's owner, months ago. So now we cue flashback. Thank you for that. Marty is called into Mr. Hyde's office where we see that Mr. Hyde is played by none other than horror icon Normal Head himself, Doug Bradley. Speaking of Normal Head, you can get your very own Normal Head shirt on the Horrible Horror Podcast merchandise page.
Well, Marshall, what's that a reference from?
That would be a reference to our Hellraiser 2, Hellbound Hellraiser 2 episode. And if you can't see it, but I'm modeling one right now. And
Here,
it's
stand
a lovely
up.
Shirt.
I'll take a picture. We can send it to Aaron. Right after this break.
No break. We're going to power through.
I want a break.
We're not going to break. We're going to finish this shit.
I got a thing for you.
Well, I think you wait. Because you just introduced Doug Bradley, dude. You can't read right now. So, speaking of Normal Head, I already did that line. I already did that bit. Anyway, Hyde tells Marty that the park is struggling with close unless something drastic is done. So Hyde goes on to say that people love bad news and tragedy. They get caught up in it and lap it up. Everyone would want to come here to be the place where it happened. Marty chimes in saying he doesn't understand and asks if he's talking about staging an accident like a promotional event or a coupon day.
Yeah.
Hyde says, oh no, much more than that. We would never have to worry about profits again. And that's it. And that's all we give Normal Head. He's never seen again because we cut back to the present. So they hired Doug Bradley for about a 2-minute scene.
Oh, you know he was there for probably half a day.
1 day at most, 100%.
Okay, and you know what? Best acting in the film.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, so
Hey, Marshall.
Yeah.
Did you catch what he was playing with on the desk?
Sort of.
Wow, what could it possibly be?
There's something on the desk that kind of resembles a small golden box, but
Wow, is it the laminate configuration?
yeah, I guess it's, but it does not. I looked again, like that does not really much look like it very well. But there's like a
They
golden.
know what Claude bought a seasonless ass.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golden Rubik's cube or something like that they put on the box or on the desk in front of them. I got some buzzing again in my ears. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for Doug Bradley. 2-minute scene, he's done.
Bye.
So we cut back to the present. Jennifer yells at Marty for not saying anything about this. He defends himself, saying he didn't know that Hyde meant killing all of us. He didn't really know. Jennifer asks if he knows who the killers are. He says, no, probably just some hired backwoods yokels.
That are apparently icon slasher ripoffs.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess.
you ever met somebody that's so fucking inbred that they could just get shot and beat and stabbed and like don't say a fucking word? Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Jennifer yells at Marty some more, and then they see the plague doc. Well, they see Iggy waving to them on one of the security monitors. Jennifer turns off the light. They both hit the floor to hide. Plague doc walks past the door, and he moves on. They discuss what they should do. Marty says he can't run on his ankle, so Jennifer decides to leave him there, and she's going to go off and get Henry's gun find Henry's body and get his gun.
Wait, at some point, isn't he like, could you just like go across the park to the medic place and get a wheelchair?
So yeah, he does.
And she's like, could you just fuck off?
Yeah.
Couldn't you just like pogo stick yourself? You know, man, fucking grab a branch, make braces. Hell, what do I know?
So we cut to the carousel now, where we see Allison's body has been propped
Did
up
you
on
say
one of the horses.
carousel or carahell?
Cara's hell. So yeah, they basically propped up Allison's body on one of the horses, and it's bopping up and down.
I'm not gonna lie, the music in this part's kind of fucking cool.
All right.
I mean, just you get to pick and choose. You gotta
pick and choose.
with this movie.
Back to Jennifer in like a maintenance shed, arming herself like a large pipe or something. I'm not really sure what it is.
There's a pipe.
And she makes her way to the roller coaster where Henry was killed. Ogre shows up. She hides underneath the coaster cars. Ogre looks around before he can find her. Plague Doc shows up and yells out, "Hey, Fudge Pack, get down here from there and help me with this last one." And I did chuckle, like, did he just call him Fudge? Not Fudge Packer.
No,
just
no.
Fudge Pack.
Well, do you remember like when sometimes mom couldn't make a good lunch, so she would just go out and buy some fudge packs?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I'm a big fan of fudge rounds, but you know.
I just like, hey, Fudge Pack, get down here. It's like, all right, we're sure. It's stupid, but it made me laugh.
Oh, Nevik.
So Ogre moves on. Jennifer crawls out from her hiding place and starts to climb down the wooden support beams to where Henry's body is still hanging. She reaches down for his gun, but finds that the gun's gone.
What?
Yeah. And that Plague Doc pops up above her with the gun and says, come on up here, little pug. Come on up here. And he kind of pulls Jennifer up and forces her to walk in front of him. And this is where, as she's walking in front of him, he's complimenting her ass. Like, you got yourself a nice little ass on you, don't you, girl? Or something like that. It's like dumpster.
I mean, you know.
He's definitely an ass man.
Does he say turd cutter? Because I feel he says.
He does not call her ass a turd cutter.
Which, by the way, ew.
Yeah, that's right. You're not going to say that to a girl. Maybe the Fudge Pack, but you're not going to say that to a girl.
I mean.
But Iggy's definitely an ass man because he's grinding up on Carly's ass while he's killing her.
Bow, bow, bow. Wait, isn't the carousel the pony ride?
Yeah. Well, merry-go-round carousel. Jump on it. My pony. Yeah. Get them pony.
The merry-go-round broke down. That's actually the prequel to Pony Ride. I'm done.
So she asks him why he's doing this, to which he says hunting deer and hunting humans is the same thing, blah, blah, blah. He then bends her over the railing, like, again, ass out, bends her over, and he's like pushed up against her, and he says some shit, and he's like, Ogre's gonna have his turn with her next, or like first, or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, we're getting rapey now.
Could you just call him Bubba? Because I think you made to call him Bubba. Oh, Bubba, come on over here and have a piece.
That's when someone yells out, like you hear someone go, hey, or something like that. Plague Doc looks up just in time to see Roy come running at him, and Roy hits the Plague Doctor over the head with some kind of blunt object, then knocks the gun out of his hand and over the railing.
He hit him with the script for this movie.
That would actually play a heavy blunt object. Just script is very thin, not very thick.
It's like it's like a fan attack.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
So Roy yells at Jennifer to run, which she does. Roy stands over Plague Doc, who tells Roy that you better kill me, boy. And Roy's like, I plan on it. But now Ogre comes running up from fucking nowhere, grabs Roy, lifts him up off the ground, and
Oh, what does he do then?
I'm trying to find my little. Fuck it. I'm taking too long for my soundbite here. But he there we go. Never mind. He snaps his neck like a Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah!
There we go. That was totally worth it. My soundboard gets a little cluttered. I think I lose track where things are.
Hey, you're a busy boy. You know what? I went back. I started rewatching some older Space Ghosts.
Yeah.
There's a whole episode with Macho Man on there.
Oh, is there?
And dude, Zorak, the fucking mantis, starts razzing Macho Man about the lovely Elizabeth. And he's like, I will come down there and twist your head off, Mantis Man. Oh, yeah.
Space Ghost was so good back in the day. I remember watching that in college on the original like Adult Swim shit.
That is the textbook example of college humor.
Yeah.
I used to just like, my dad would get off of work and I wouldn't be high.
No,
and
not at
so
all.
we'd watch that. And I found the episode. I didn't eat acid and watched an episode that I didn't think was real, but I found it.
All right.
And it was real.
I'm going to look that up now, too. I never saw that one back in the day, but I definitely want to watch that.
Oh, yeah. Marshall, I think you'd like it.
So Ogre kills Roy. Then Ogre tosses Roy's body over the side of the roller coaster. The body lands a few feet in front of Jennifer, who has somehow now made her way down, climbed down all the wooden support beams, and she's on the ground, and where Roy's body lands right in front of her. And she also has the gun now, too. She's gotten the gun.
Oh, yeah, because he had the gun and it fumbled or something.
No, he hits it out of Iggy's hand, and the gun goes flying over the railing.
Okay.
Jennifer runs to the maintenance area underneath the roller coaster, where she finds
the base.
Yes, she finds the decapitated body of Blake. So her boyfriend, not boyfriend, finds his headless body now.
So she didn't even get head?
Nope. Yeah.
Okay, I could re-roll that one.
She sits down and starts crying, and in comes Ogre. She grabs the gun, shoots him dead center in the fucking chest, right in the goddamn heart. And again, zero effect on this guy. This motherfucker just got shot in the heart and does not flinch, grunt, or even take a step backwards. Are you fucking kidding me?
Marshall, actually, your heart's off to the left.
That's where he got shot. Right here. You know we can see me point, but he got shot right there.
And you're to blame?
All right. Jennifer's to blame, but yes. Well done. So Jennifer shoots him 6 more times. She shot him 6 times.
I shot him 6 times.
Yes, 6 times.
Or maybe 7 questionable. Let's not worry.
So this finally drops Ogre and seems to kill him. She stands up, goes over to the body. She kneels down to remove his mask, but before she can, Plague Doc comes running in, grabs her, and tosses her to the floor. They fight and struggle. She grabs the gun again, pulls the trigger, but it's now empty. They fight, they struggle again. Jennifer manages to get away and runs out of the room. Outside, she starts to climb up the support beams for some. Okay, sure.
Onto the track.
That's a genius idea. Let's climb the wooden support beams.
Running
up
the roller coaster.
Right up the roller coaster instead of out the front door.
That's the B track.
That's the B track. So of course, Plague Doc starts climbing up after her. They make it to the top of the coaster. They're on the rails of the coaster. He swings his axe at her, but misses. The axe head gets stuck in the wooden frame. of the coaster. He yanks it out, but when he yanks out, the axe head breaks off.
Thank you. I couldn't see shit. This
Okay.
was very dark.
Very dark.
Like hard to see. Not
Plague Doc grabs her ankle, ends up on top of Jennifer. He starts to choke her. Jennifer reaches up and plunges her thumbs into his eyes, like just into it. Oh, where am I? Where are we? Let's know. I haven't used this one for. It's right into the
soft, wet eye hole.
There you go.
Jennifer, be careful. Ogre has Hep A. You got that mouth blood in your mouth, making it mouth blood.
Yeah, so copious amounts of blood start gushing and spurting out of his eye sockets, covering her face and her mouth. Plague Doc releases his grip on Jennifer.
Ooh, was it a blood cocky?
All right, I got that. So stupid.
I
appreciate it, but that was dumb.
Moving on. Hey, they can't all be gold.
Plague Doc releases his grip on Jennifer. She kicks him in the chest, sending him flying over the roller coaster or off the roller coaster. He plummets to the ground where he dies.
I mean, he couldn't have fucking got impaled on something.
Yeah, I thought
a roller
yeah.
coaster could have come up and blah. It could have done like that part in fucking Speed where you hold his head up and then the fucking roller coaster takes his head off. I don't know. Sorry,
That was in Speed?
Yeah. Remember when it's fucking Keanu and Dennis Hopper, they're on the fucking subway.
Oh, yeah, in the subway. I was like, I don't remember Speed being on a roller coaster. But yeah, I got you now. Okay,
It's the third one.
Oh, that was Speed 3?
Yeah, it's actually a prequel. It's called Pre-Speed. It's called Speed Freak. I'm done.
So we cut to the next morning where a news team was on the scene reporting about the murders as bodies are being wheeled out in gurneys by EMTs. Jennifer sits in the back of an ambulance, wrapped in a blanket, talking to a police officer while she gets checked out over by an EMT. The EMT says that this place is going to make a fortune after all this publicity.
A fortune or a foreclose?
A foreclose, yeah.
Sorry.
Up comes Marty asking how she's doing and offers to give her a ride home. Jennifer agrees. Marty's like, cool. Let me just go grab my jacket from my locker in the office. So Marty goes to his locker, opens it up, grabs his jacket, and we see underneath his jacket is Blake's decapitated head wrapped in plastic. Marty smiles, pushes his glasses up with his finger, closes the locker door, blackout, roll the credits. That's Scream Park. The end.
Thanks for clarifying that I didn't actually understand that whole last head gag.
Okay.
Did you catch the after the credits part?
I looked for one. I was kind of scanning, but I guess it skipped over. I did not see anything in my credits.
Yeah, so it says, haha, gotcha. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That really says that?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was like, like fuck
no, God, no.
All right, so let's move on. Let's just plow through with
I got you. Let's just burn through the shit.
Favorite kills.
Don't act like you didn't love it. Favorite kill.
Favorite kills. All right. Kills on this one were kind of disappointing overall, in my opinion.
Let's kind of do a rundown.
All right, if you want to.
So what was the first one? It was something lackluster and mediocre.
First one I think was Carly Big Tits.
Yeah, getting deep fried? What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like about 40 minutes into the fucking movie.
Yeah, and then we had Tony who got gutted on the coaster.
Good. Yeah.
Then you get Missy who gets her throat
the
slit.
black security guard.
Oh, but yeah, he's the first. Yeah, Henry gets hanged. He hung.
See, I'm in your head
now you're in my head.
That's
Fuck.
right, fans.
So yeah, you have Henry, Carly, Tony, then Missy throat slit. Allison gets the axe in the head.
Wait, does the little wah Mumbles?
Rhodey, he gets scalped before Allison.
That's right.
So then Allison, guys, and then that's really, I think, it until you get the killers, and then the killers
Those aren't even anything significant.
Yeah, they suck.
You know what? I think I'll go old boy on the roller coaster.
Tony on the roller coaster
because the guts. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
What about you, Marshall?
You know, the thing that's disappointing about Tony's kill is the knife they used was so goddamn small. I mean, it was like a tiny little knife that they used. Like, that's disappointing.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
That is a thing.
Also, and it's not how big it is; it's what you do with it. Speaking of Marty,
Yeah, Marty.
they brought Professor Marty down here to.
That would be Sir Remington Martin Flufflebutt III.
That's right, to perform HR on us. It's like Nachos is getting out of hand.
Yeah, I guess I'm good. Yeah, Tony or I guess Rhodey, the scalping, but they do it kind of away from
shitty angle.
Yeah, because they don't want the money, the effect capability or budget to really show it, so it's kind of from the back in a shitty angle. You know, I guess I'll go Tony too. It's the most visual. Like,
So we have Tony.
Yeah,
Tony.
feels good.
Not for him. Who did?
Well done. Not for him. All right. All right. Now let's move on to odds and ends.
Just when you thought it was over, here comes the odds and ends.
No, wait, wrong thing. Sorry.
Ratings. IMDb gives a 3.9 out of 10.
That's generous.
Rotten Tomatoes, there is no official thermometer score, but it has a 22% audience score. And Amazon, 4 out of 5. Technically a 3.8, but 4 out of 5.
Boy, I bet you it's nobody on the cast doing these reviews.
Plot keywords. There are 28 total. You want to guess what was not a plot keyword, which was super surprising?
Scare part.
No.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nope.
Carnival.
Nope.
Amusement
Yeah,
park.
none of those were. Yeah. Well, amusement park was, yes.
Panties?
Nope. But none of these were plot keywords. There is nothing related to tits, boobs, breasts, nudity, sex. None of them were. But staff meeting, that was the plot keyword.
Hey, man, it's in the movie. Wait a minute. I like how you use all those other words like you're trying to create an algorithm, like for when I die.
You got this girl, great giant tits in a movie, having sex. There's nudity, and there's like the one time where that's in the movie, but nobody put that as a plot keyword.
Wait,
it's like in every movie ever.
Is the magic word there?
What, panties?
Psychotronic.
Oh, psychotronic? No, there's no. Psychotronic was not a word. That was not one of them.
That's okay. That's okay.
Trivia. Here's a few things. So,
this was a movie.
So supposedly the scene where Tony says, "I'll be right back," he's supposed to be standing in the very same spot where Viggo Mortensen is struck by an arrow in the movie The Road from 2009. Both films were shot at the same location in this place. I'm going to butcher this name, but Conneaut Lake Park, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Conduit.
Yeah, Conneaut Lake Park in Pennsylvania. The scene with Doug Bradley we talked about.
Wait, Doug Bradley was in this?
Yeah, you blink, you miss him.
Of Hellraiser fame?
Yeah. We already talked to. Supposedly, the puzzle box, the lament configuration is supposed to be there, but I didn't think it was the actual box. I saw something that looked golden, but not really the box.
October 7th? I think the new...
Yeah, October 7th, new Hellraiser comes out.
Like the movie or the show?
The Hulu one. I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a show, but it's whatever the Hulu's
I'll
doing.
take it. Dude, Werewolf...
Chick Hellraiser comes out on the 7th.
I like how they're doing the sexually ambiguous kind of shit because, like, they're Clive Barker demons. Like,
I'll give it a watch. I'm curious.
You know what? Werewolf by Night comes out that day too.
Also on the 7th? Cool.
No, yes, and my dude Man Thing's in it.
Oh, Man Thing's in that?
I love Man Thing. And Wiener's on my butt.
I did not know who was in it. I don't know anything about it. So
also Bloodstone's in there too.
That one you told me about. That one I'm excited about.
Dude.
It's kind of weird they're doing it in black and white though, because I want to see Alice the Bloodstone in full color. I won't lie. I would like to see that. But anyway, moving on.
She'll carry over.
Like we said, most of the film was shot in this Conneaut Lake Park in the springtime, just before crews began renovating the park for a summer season. It's helped give the park a worn look, as most of the rides weren't even operating fully yet.
Just like me.
Doug Bradley's scene was shot at the University of Pittsburgh, and he worked for, we were right, one day. He worked for one day.
Yeah.
Tom Savini was in talks for a role, but he had to drop out due to filming Django Unchained at the time.
Or genuinely anything else.
Yeah, anything else. Yeah.
He had to wait at a bus stop for...
Director Kerry Hill states that Doug Bradley was always his first choice for the role of the park owner, Mr. Hyde, and supposedly George Romero was his second choice, but obviously that doesn't matter. Because of her short stature, Alyssa Marie Marcucci, who played Allison,
What's that last name?
Marcucci,
Marcucci.
had to stand on a block in the group scene so that her eye lines would match those of the other cast members a little better, because apparently she's incredibly short.
Why wouldn't you have everybody else dick down?
Yeah, just have them squat down. That's easier. The book that Missy is reading in the bathroom stall is called Go Ask Ogre. This is a compilation of hundreds of letters and pieces of art mailed to Nivik Ogre in the late 80s by a troubled fan. Nivik Ogre, we all talked about, is the stage name for the electro-industrial group Skinny Puppy. Frontman lead by Kevin Ogerly, who portrays the character Iggy. We already talked about that. And supposedly the shirt Roy wears underneath his jacket is the Razorblade Dolls. And the Razorblade Dolls is a band that contributed to the film soundtrack.
Some of the music wasn't terrible.
I did not care for the death rock metal that he was listening to in the car in that one scene. But other than that, yeah, the music wasn't terrible. Other than that one,
he wasn't. Yay.
Yeah. All right. That's all we got for trivia. Let's move on to the budget game.
It's now time to play everyone's favorite game, Guess the Budget.
All right, Nachos, what is your guess for the budget?
$5, eat my ass.
Oh, you party pooper. Give me a guess.
What, like Canadian money?
No, this is American. It's filmed in Pennsylvania. This is American. America.
Slum America. Nobody gets that joke. $2,500.
You suck.
Math is not my forte.
You're no fun. The budget.
Wait, can I call Aaron?
Call Aaron.
Okay, I'll do it.
He hasn't even watched this.
Here, pause it real quick.
Okay, we'll pause the movie real quick. Or
Okay.
we're pausing the show real quick. Hold on.
I had to.
All right, we're back, and we have Aaron on my phone. Nacho's called a friend. So here we go. Get the phone up to the mic.
How's it going, guys?
Can you hear him? Is this good?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, I think it's going to be fine.
So I will explain things that happen in this movie, and I know you're much gooder at this than I am. So
I'm really not. I appreciate it. Let's see what we got. What's the goodness?
I said $5 and eat my ass, Marshall. So Aaron, I think we're gonna do better already.
Okay, sounds good. So what's the name of the movie?
Scream Park.
Scream Park.
It's 2012.
Yes.
Starring a brief cameo from Doug Bradley.
Don't even know who that is.
It's Pyramid. It's Pinhead. It's normal head.
Yeah, it's Pin.
Oh, normal head. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, it's in an amusement park that isn't in an amusement park. It's like a traveling carnival kind of thing.
It's a small Six Flags.
Okay.
Very local amusement park, theme park.
Think more of a like the Darkness kind of shit.
Amusement park.
I mean, it's got like small like carnival rides, like it's got some small roller coasters, a carousel, merry-go-round. It's got some food stands, game, ring toss games, stuff like that.
An
Enjoyment park.
An abusement park.
Amusement park.
Yes, an amusement park.
All right, so the killers are industrial rock star fame, like the dude from Skinny Puppy, which is
okay.
Well, see, okay, you kind of know what I'm talking about. All right, the acting is abysmal. We do get a very nice set of breasts, and the special effects are effects.
There's something. They're there.
They're there. Okay.
All right.
Okay, 2012 you said?
Yes.
2012. In Philly.
2012.
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh or Philly? In Pennsylvania.
It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay, in Pennsylvania.
It was filmed at an amusement park in Pennsylvania and at the University of Pittsburgh for one scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they paid the janitor off. You look at producer credits. I said
I'm gonna go
I'll tell you what I said real quick. I said
Well, you said $5 and eat my ass.
well, then I embellished. I said $2,500.
Yes, that's what you said. 2,500.
I'm gonna, shoot that up just a little bit. I'm gonna say 1,500. Oh, 15,000. 15,000.
15,000. Okay. So, with that said, your guess for the budget of 2012 Scream Park was $15,000.
He chose poorly.
Hey, whatever, dude.
You choose poorly. You're wrong. The budget, $3 million.
How?
Well, I'm guessing they had to rent the actual theme park, and they had to pay Doug Bradley for a day's worth of work, and some girl to show her amazing tits. So,
Loki, these are amazing tits. I'll send you the scene grab later.
I like that. That's good.
And you know what? I feel it's only fair. I'll drink the rest of this beer.
Okay.
Aaron, thank you for your contribution. Is that a word?
That is not a word.
Pitching into a movie I've never seen before. Sure, why not? And this sounds like it may be one of those laundering money kind of
That's what we said during the smoke break.
Totally, dude. Totally.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it.
Well, Aaron, it's just we have you on the horn. Is there anything you want to say?
If you go back and listen to Krampus, the Christmas Devil, that one cost, I think, like $4 million, and it was, I'm not kidding, a killer walking around in a bathrobe with, like, shoebox, like, with Kleenex boxes on his feet as a monster. Yeah. It was horrible. It was horrible. And it was $4 million? Bullshit. It was a bunch of guys just fucking laundering money to sell crank.
That's so Razor.
Disturbing behavior was probably $3 million.
Oh, I'd say more than that, buddy.
All right, guys.
Well, we got you on the.
I'm getting worked up. I'm getting loud. My kid's trying to sleep.
All right.
I'm gonna wrap it up here. What's up?
Nothing. Well, thanks, man. We'll catch you later.
Yeah. Anything you want to save on your outro?
Stay spooky.
You traitor.
I'll see you in 20.
All right, buddy. I'll see you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so there was Aaron. Hopefully you were able to hear him enough on the pick him up on the mics. So that's that. Let's move on to Mortal Kombat Combat.
At the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.
Good versus bad. Right versus wrong. Light versus dark. In the end, when the dust settles, who will be left standing after Mortal Kombat Combat?
All right, Mortal Kombat Combat. We have 85 total reviews on Amazon. 52% are 5-star reviews, and only 13% being 1 star.
Well,
starting off with our 5 stars from Alex B. Gibson. I don't know the exact premise of drinking games, but I believe this movie would be perfect for one. There are so many mistakes, bad acting, bad dialogue, etc. that this movie is actually really funny. This is definitely the type of movie to watch and yell at with friends because of the utter ridiculousness of it. Although this movie wouldn't be worth it to buy or rent it, I'm glad that Amazon Prime let me watch this little gem for free. I would definitely like to watch this movie again sometime with friends and alcohol. This was like watching Twilight as a comedy, only better. 5 stars.
Tell that nerd's a kick rocks. He's too uppity. You know you're fucking going into the shit trenches. You're gonna get turds on you.
Yeah. From MCS Maven. This is a really great slasher homage that harkens back to the crop of solid low-budget slasher films that were released in the 1980s. Scream Park takes itself very seriously, gets down to business, and there's none of that wink-wink or spoofy elements found in Hatchet or other current slasher retro movies. 5 stars.
What's wrong with Hatchet?
Yeah, I don't know what you got against Hatchet.
Sorry you have Friday the 13th part Mardi Gras.
I thought Hatchet 1 was pretty fun and pretty solid when it came out.
Dude, for what it's worth, that franchise is nothing but F-U-N.
I don't know if you were going CK or I don't know where you were going with that. All right, from Sandra, loved it. The park is the place I grew up in, worked at it, and still love. Scream Park met all my expectations of a good old-fashioned horror film. Good job. 5 stars. Last one from Zach McGaha. Loved it. The park. Oh, shit. I fucked up and I forgot to get Zach. I apparently copied and pasted the same
Can I paraphrase it?
Go ahead. Why you do that? I'll just look it up.
Hey boys, my dad was a roller coaster there, and my mom was all the turkey legs.
God damn, dude. Real talk, going to Six Flags, getting those turkey legs.
Yeah.
Just walking around like a fucking goblin. Just when I used to work at Chinooks, dude, on Thursday they would bring out the turkey legs, and so I would just roll around Fairview Heights eating a turkey leg at every stoplight, just with fucking blasting the Ghostbusters thing.
All right, here we go. I just looked it up.
What you got, Marshall?
Zach McGaha. I believe low-budget horror films that stream free on Amazon Prime that are actually good should be celebrated because God knows there's some shit being made by independent filmmakers today. So 5 stars. In all seriousness, though, this one was very fun and atmospheric. The gore left a lot to be desired, but the hammy acting complemented it, especially the skinny puppy dude's character. 5 stars.
Yeah, I've never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Or the original.
Hey, Fudge Pack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Marshall, let's make an indie film where the killer's name is Fudge Pack.
Yeah.
and he's got a little brother called Urinal Mint. They call him Urim.
We get Warwick Davis to play him.
When he's not
and instead of throwing plates, he just throws urinal cakes at people.
And then the last scene in the movie is just Warwick standing there doing nothing. And that last plate comes back and fucking decapitates.
The one that went up and never came down.
That plate went up so far, but it never came down.
All right, let's move on to 1-star reviews.
Feels good.
From Chris 330R.
Oh shit! They call me Lil Stevie 42K7.
A sad attempt at a horror flick with acting so bad you'll cringe. Low budget horror can be done and done good. Just look at Friday the 13th and Halloween. Both had shoestring budgets and are revered classics over 40 years later. I don't know why it's apparently so impossible for filmmakers to make a good horror flick these days. Maybe people were just smarter back then. Watch this if you like laughing at bad acting and death scenes that have as much suspense as a Bugs Bunny cartoon. 1 star.
The Barber of Seville, that Bugs Bunny cartoon, has amazing suspense. Suck on my dick.
From Jinxie. The acting sounded pretty robotic and a lot of the characters were pretty basic. The slasher scenes all seemed pretty low budget and were pretty disappointing. I watch a lot of horror and I have pretty low standards, but I probably wouldn't have finished it if I had time to start a different movie. 1 star.
What the fuck does that even mean? I wouldn't finish it if I didn't.
I wouldn't have finished it if I had time to start a different movie.
You start what you fucking finish.
Well, that's what she did.
Whatever mama puts on the plate, you eat it. You be part of the Clean Plate Club. Because there are starving children in Wakanda.
Wakanda
forever!
I just love all these people that they always have to try to I don't know, represent or back up their words. I watch a lot of horror movies. You see it all the time. People trying to it's just funny.
Hey Marshall, I've seen a few horror films.
I've seen a few.
Yeah. I've seen a few up close.
Not a whole lot. I've seen maybe 5 or 6. From
Good
Joaquin. This clearly lacked everything that a good movie needs. From the acting, the horrible acting, to everything else. The only reason I made to the end was to judge the poor acting and executions. ... comma. I mean, who dies and not scream when they getting ... comma. It was so bad I can't even finish that sentence. 1 star.
Who wrote that? Did fucking Pony Dons write that?
It's just Joaquin. And lastly from Tool God. Let me start by saying I'm a huge horror fan, because here we go. We got another one of these guys.
Oh, do you like Ogre? Do you like Skinny Puppy? Do you like Ministry? Do you like Al Jorgenstein?
Let me start by saying I'm a huge horror fan. I love gore, cheesy, and even stupid horror movies, as long as they are charming or have some kind of redeeming quality. I wanted to like this movie, I just couldn't. The best parts are the horrible acting and the amusement park setting. which is creepy after hours anyway. One of the killers is like a generic watered-down ripoff of, get this, Leatherhead. I wasted $10 on this.
Wait a
Watch
minute.
You're Next if you want to see a decent slasher flick. Now let's go back and what was the first thing he said in this review?
Leatherhead. That was the oh, sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, the very first thing is I'm a huge horror fan.
Yeah.
You're a huge horror fan? Then please tell me, who the fuck is Leatherhead? Because I don't know who Leatherhead is.
No, it's that one with like George Clooney's the football player. Is that what it was? Or is it that old Ninja Turtles villain who I guarantee
the alligator?
Was that on air? Did you get it?
I don't know. I heard it, but
hey
I don't
fans,
know.
if you heard an audible fart, there's your
seriously,
Patreon.
how do you call yourself a huge horror fan and you call Leatherhead?
Oh, dude.
What the fuck is that?
Marshall,
I think I got my new T-shirt, Leatherhead.
Marshall, shut the fuck up for a second, because I'm gonna tell you some shit. I'm like a horror movie guy, and I like Halloween because Markle Meeums is in. You ever seen that one? Dude, I like Jarday the 15th because old Hockey Head's in it. And I like Don't Sleep on Elmtown because it's got Scab Man Crothers who goes, "Don't look at me now, bitch." You ever see that? And then you ever see Honky Man? Because it's a prequel to Willy Wonka, and like he's got all these little oomploops hanging on him and shit, and fucking woo!
Jesus Christ,
Man,
Leatherhead.
you ever see Heckraiser? Because it's got Normal Head in it.
New T-shirt, Leatherhead.
Heck Lifter.
Jesus Christ. All right, so let's wrap this shit up. This episode's way more than this, I think, what it should have been. But all right, Nachos, give me your final thoughts on this, on Scream Park.
All right, pros and cons. A whole lot of cons. So like, there's old girl, fantastic boobies.
Mm-hmm.
Some okay death in certain parts. Elements of like a cohesive horror film in a few parts. In some towns. Wow. I think that last guy got to me, dude. No, anyway, so it's fucking just bad. So if you could compile and edit together, there's probably about 3 minutes of a cohesive, decent horror film in there with the soundtrack. But other than that, it's so bad, it's scary.
Okay.
How about you, Marshall?
I hate doing this because I'm torn. Because for some reason, there's a part of me that seems to remember liking this movie and like thinking, okay, I like the premise. I enjoy the premise. It's a fun one. It's been done before, but it's fun. I like the amusement park setting or the fright park, whatever you want to call it.
This was a genre. This was actually kind of a proto-genre before we got to like Hellgate or Hell. Maybe we'll talk this off.
Okay. The acting, Rhodey is terrible. He brings the bar way down, but like our main girl Jennifer, she was solid. She was fine.
Wasn't bad.
Was not bad. Marty was okay. He's done a few things. The killers, the seaweed
Stick with your music.
Looked he looked ridiculous.
Pull a reverse Rob Zombie.
Iggy, the plague doc, the mask was terrible. Like, why go with a giant cartoonish white plague? Get a black plague doctor or something. Like, why white? And like, it's so like roundish and like it's not edgy or angular and cool. It's just rounded and cartoony and not scary or creepy at all. He does try to be too much like fucking Chop Top. Like, I'm like, okay, just shut up, dude. I don't want to hear you talk. Nachos, you have your hand up. What? You have
I
a
know.
comment?
I'm sorry. It's during your fucking. It looked like Stormtrooper Big Bird. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A plague, yeah, a stormtrooper wore a plague mask. That's kind of what you would get here. Yeah, it's a good, yeah.
TK421, why'd you leave her post?
I mean, again, I like the premise. I like the idea of it. I've seen this. I remember watching it years ago. I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. It's kind of fun. But then I watched it again. I'm like,
that was before you had your soul broke.
Yeah, that is true. I'm a little bit more jaded now. But the problem is, it's not the worst thing we've seen. It's not that bad, but it's not really good either. The problem is, it kind of falls into that forgettable, that average to forgettable range, and that's where
It's
you
like
don't
a
wanna
sandwich
be.
from Walmart.
Fuck Walmart. Don't even mention them on my show. Fuck Walmart.
Hell yeah! All right, it's like a subpar sandwich from Chinook's.
Okay. QT has some good food, except for our gas station. I'll say that.
I ain't mad. Do you think that's like our Midwest Wawa?
Probably.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's sad because when it falls into so bad it's forgettable. It's almost kind of worse than scary or good because at least there's something redeeming to watch.
Did you just do a new sub bracket? So bad it's forgettable.
Yeah. So I guess if that's the standard, if it does because forgettable, I'm probably gonna overall have to say so bad it's scary because if it is forgettable, it means that there's nothing really too. But it's not a bad movie. Like, you can watch it and it's like, okay, it is what it is, but there's no reason to watch it. That's what I'm saying. I guess so bad it's scary. And I hate to do it because I kind of, part of me likes it, but, and the tits are great. Those tits need to be seen more often. That girl, goddamn, be in more movies. I wish you're in movies. You're hot. You're pretty. You got great tits.
Or if her tits get hired and just the rest of her has to drag along, that's
fine too. So I hate to say it, but I probably go so bad it's scary, and that saddens me because I wanted to like this movie more than it's worth. I really did.
I'm sorry, man. It's only until after you just said all this shit. I'm gonna keep it brief. I think this movie could benefit from editing because they draw on scenes far too long.
That's true.
And I know you're trying to pad down a specific set of numbers and shit like that, but like, you could have filmed more shit. But whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
I
agree.
The same boat. Great tits,
well,
some okay kills, decent part of a horror movie.
Had potential, just kind of fell a little flat and ends up in the forgettable bin, which I have to say by default ends up in the so bad it's scary side of it. So, all right, that's going to do it. We're going to wrap it up. Again, thank you, Nachos, for filling in. Always love having you here.
No problem. Hey, Aaron, thanks for fucking
and Aaron,
chiming in for the bit,
Aaron
dude.
We chimed him on as part of the moment. That was kind of cool.
You failed me! No, I'm just kidding, buddy. Yeah, fuck, you did a better job than I didn't.
All right, so we'll be back next time with another episode. Until then, you know the deal. Watch more horror movies, and remember to always
stay spooky and
keep it tight.